as you would have seen from now, I do masses of different work with substrates, with the mediums itself, just to see how they behave on different things, with texture, line and colour. And these are some really nice examples of what you can do, because with this one not only have I layered loads and loads of different textures, but I've got lots of funny little lines that go through the textures, both like coloured and just purely textures. So there's that one, there's this one, which if I turn to the side you can see these are really textured here. This is an oil on canvas, this was an acrylic on board with collage and stuff underneath it. And the whole idea is to play with mark making and line and colour and how it all interacts together. So it's really good fun. And this time I want to show you another discovery. I'm just putting them out of the way. And this is a combination of stuff that I've acquired, you know, from experimenting. So that's a gel plate and the sort of textures and marks that that makes and how you can layer it. I mean, you're all well aware of the beauty of this, of the gel plate. But when I was messing around with having to print, I had some ink left over. So I just started messing and I managed to get these beautiful marks. So I thought I'd show you these marks and then show you how you make them. And it is totally and absolutely simple. I mean, even that one, which is really weird, they're also beautiful for collage. Look at that. I mean, it looks like a faded photograph, or, you know, a double exposed photograph of something that you can't quite comprehend. I mean, I really like them. And I love the mark and the noise that's created by the actual ink sticking slightly, sort of the mess it makes from the way it's transferred from the roller onto this image. So, I mean, look at that one, isn't that gorgeous? Well, I think it's gorgeous. So I thought I'd show you how I do this. All you need is some paper. I've got a plate here for putting my ink on, and I have to admit I've got a lovely big, they're called brayers, a lovely big roller. But I've got a little one as well that I managed to get from a car boot. And all I do is get some acrylic paint, and I'm going to just soften it up a bit with a bit of matte medium. So I'm just going to put a bit of acrylic matte medium in there, mix it with a palette knife. I didn't want it to keep drying on me, and also I just wanted a fairly thin consistency, I think. And I'm using black just to simplify things at the moment so that you can see how it's done, rather than, you know, really messing with colour, which can take ages. So the other thing you need your brayers, a plate, and this is a piece of glass, and some papers. And then you need anything that you can make textures from. So you just, well, I'm just trying this, but I'll show you all the different types of things that I used, because it's really good fun. So all you do is cover your, you see, I discovered this when I had ink left over and a brayer or roller or whatever it's called, covered in ink, and I thought, no, I can't waste that, so I thought I'd use it. Right, so I haven't got too much ink on there, and I'm just going to see what happens when you put it over lots of different textures. So, I mean, look, that's nothing, is it? Absolutely nothing. And they're lovely. It's just rulers. Just going to see if I can bung another bit on. And I suppose there's a ruler in the middle there that's not being picked up. See that one? But that one's picking up really nicely. So I presume, oh, because it's on the top, I can just change it round and redo it. And there you get another line. Okay, so that's one. And of course you get these lovely marks in between. You get these really gorgeous, funny little marks, which you wouldn't find any other way. So now it's just up to your imagination what you can use. So I've found that just a thin layer of pure acrylic works best. If it's too damp, it doesn't sort of stick onto the textures very well. It doesn't sort of pick up on the textures very well. I've also found that if you have things more or less the same level, so you're not competing with levels. So that's just card that I've cut up. Bung a piece of paper on. Make sure your roller is nicely covered evenly, but it doesn't have to be too even because it's quite nice when it's weird. And then just rub it over. I just want a bit more at the end there. And this is with not much ink on, because you can always add more, but you can't take it away, can you? And if you want to add some more to it, you just change its position. I want a bit more ink than that actually. You see, if you add too much ink, it goes too dark. You'll see when I put this layer on. Okay, it has an effect, but it might not be the one that you want. There you go, you see. I just want some more on the bottom there. So I'm just going to see if I can just get it over the bottom there. And I don't know why I do, but I do. Right, let's just last run. There you go. So that's something with just odd bits and sods like that. They're just bits of card that I just cut up randomly, just to see what they would do. Just try again. See what that does. A nice even coat on your roller. You should really fix this down. There, it wasn't an even coat, but it doesn't matter. If I was after a perfect image, I would do it another way, wouldn't I? I don't like this roller because it creates an edge. But I just love the marks it makes. I love the strange marks it makes. And I love how you can't get it any other way. So that was that one. Was that one. And there's that one. Both of the same method. And this one, the next one, it was just done with paintbrushes. So I just got a handful of paintbrushes and put them down. And again, I'm trying to sort of keep them the same height. Put that over. And let's give myself a bit more ink. Those to one side. Get it nice and even before you apply it. And I've only got a big roller. I'm using my big roller because the other one's, the smaller one is just making the side marks because it's an old roller. I got it from a car boot sale and it's slightly concave. Okay, let's go. Oops, I should cool that down. And that, and you get something like this. I mean, just, they are arbitrarily nice, aren't they? If I put a piece of tape down first, I've got more chance of it all staying still. But I can't say I'm too worried, as you can see. And then, if you want to slightly alter it all, you just bung it all differently, pop it on again, recover your roller, and just go again. Until you're happy. I'm going to use the other roller again. I know it's going to make the line on the side, and I don't like it, but I want the dark colour on there a bit. Oh, that's lovely. There you go, that's just with paintbrushes. There you go, that's just with paintbrushes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You could use, just put these back. What else could you use? You can use threads, which I think I showed you before. So just pop your thing down on top. Cover your roller, make sure your roller's covered. Change that one, I like that one because I like the little speckled marks underneath. Let's just try it if I do it lightly so as I just touch the tops. Yeah, I could swallow that one. Right, just gonna get some more detail in there. Detail in this end bit here, and again you can move it about depending on what you want, can't you? I suppose the more you add onto it like that, the more arbitrary the marks become, because they're not just, oh it's lovely, they're not just the swirls of the string anymore, are they? There's no beginning and no end to it, which is always nice. So that's just with little bits of string underneath. There's all sorts of things like corrugated cardboard, anything that's patterned. That's got a really slight texture to it. That's got another texture to it. And you can bung in something like that. I'm just going to try, see what this one does. Right. Look. So nice. It's so nice and so arbitrary and so strange. Now it's got too much ink on it. It's not picking, or it's not allowing enough of the texture to come through. Too much ink spoils it. Right, there's dots on it. Right, so that's that one. And any sort of fabric with texture on would work. I just wanted to try a piece of scrunched paper. See how that behaves. So I'm going to take that down so that I can put some pressure on it. Big roller. I'm a decent amount of ink. Let's go. Yeah, that's better. That's nice. I don't know why that's made the mark like that, but I really like it. And if you could do it more carefully, you would be more likely to get a certain result. But it's so funny, isn't it? I mean, how would you get that any other way? Oops-a-daisy. You can see I'm not careful. There you are. So that was just scrunched up paper. Oh, so clumsy. Tearing it all now. Oh, and sadly I've got the masking tape right over the end of that one, which is a bit of a shame. I might just pop some more on there. And there you are, there's that one. And lastly, I'm just going to show you a couple of collages that I'd done. They're just papers, well, cardboards and threads stuck onto a plate. And then you can create whatever you like, can't you? And the more you try it, the more experience you'll get of what textures work and how they work. And you can ink them up just as much as you want or as little as you want, depending on what you're going to use it for. And be as precise or unprecise as you like. I hope it's of some use. I hope you enjoy it because it's really good fun to do. And I hope these bits and pieces of collage prove useful in your repertoire of mark making and collage and abstracts, etc. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, could you please remember to like and subscribe. All the best and see you again. Many thanks. Bye.